Pray with purpose. Prayer is your huddle before the game of life begins each day. It's not about hoping something magical will happen. It's about setting your focus, aligning your energy, and telling yourself, I'm here to win. You don't step on the court of life blind, you enter with vision. Prayer clears that vision. Too many people treat prayer like a vending machine. Press a button, get what you want. That's not how champions think. Prayer is a declaration of responsibility, not an escape from it. It's saying, I'm ready to carry the weight that comes with success. When you pray with purpose, you stop asking for the easy path. You start asking for strength to endure the hard one, because the easy road produces average. The hard one produces legends. Prayer also centers your emotions. Fear fades when you know where your strength comes from. Anxiety loses its voice when your mind is locked on something greater than fear. That's why champions pray before the battle. Not to avoid it, but to conquer it. Every moment of silence before action is a seed. Prayer is planting that seed, and when you step into the noise, you're already rooted. That's why storms don't shake you. They only water what you planted. Don't pray for shortcuts, pray for endurance. Don't pray for the finish line. Pray for the lungs to run through the pain, because those who prepare their spirit never collapse in the middle. Prayer isn't weakness, it's awareness. It's knowing you can't carry the game alone, but you're willing to carry your part with everything you've got. The greatest victories start with humility. Prayer is that first act of humility that tells the world, I am ready to be sharpened. When you pray, visualize, see the goal, see the work it will take, see the obstacles waiting for you, and see yourself climbing over them. Your words in private become your actions in public. If your prayer is shallow, your performance will be too. If your prayer is deep and fearless, your dominance will follow. Every champion has that quiet ritual, that moment where they close their eyes before the roar of the crowd. Prayer isn't the final step, it's the first command. If you want to lead, pray with clarity. If you want to rise, pray with consistency. If you want to dominate, pray with conviction. Prayer sets your intention. Intention sets your movement, and movement changes everything. Never step into the day without that conversation. Never walk into a storm without first securing your anchor. Pray with purpose, because purpose-driven prayer turns doubt into dominance before the first whistle blows. Discipline is your foundation. Discipline is the weight room of greatness. It's where no one's watching and everything still counts. You don't become unstoppable by accident. You become unstoppable by habit. Discipline is that habit. It's what drags you out of bed when your body says stay down. The world sees results. You live the reps, the sweat, the silence, the soreness. That's the cost of greatness. Discipline is the currency. Excuses are free. Discipline is expensive. But only one will pay you back with trophies, opportunities, and respect. Every day you skip, someone else is building. Every excuse you accept, someone else converts into effort, and that someone is coming for your spot. Discipline is boring, and that's why most people fail. It's repetitive, it's uncomfortable, it feels like nothing's changing. Until one day, everything does. You don't prepare for the big stage on the big stage. You prepare in the dark, in the lonely hours where your commitment echoes louder than your applause ever will. Discipline isn't about punishment. It's about alignment. It's making sure your daily choices match your ultimate vision. The best never stop showing up. Not because they feel like it every day, but because they know momentum dies in absence. Discipline is the coach that never lets you slack. It's the clock that never stops ticking. It's the voice that says, again, when you think you're done, When you build a life on discipline, failure becomes a lesson, not a death sentence. You bounce back faster because your habits hold you up. The undisciplined chase comfort, the disciplined chase clarity, and clarity always wins over chaos. You want dominance, then master the hours no one sees. Those hours will defend you when pressure attacks. Discipline creates separation. In the beginning, it's invisible. Over time, it's undeniable. If your foundation is discipline, no storm can collapse you. You may bend, but you will not break. Dominate with relentless focus. Dominance is not an accident. It's an execution. It's focus so sharp, it cuts through doubt, noise, and distraction. Relentless focus means you stop chasing everything and start mastering something. You don't dabble, you decide. Most people are talented, few are dominant. Why? Because talent without focus is noise. Focus turns talent into a weapon. When you dominate, it's not about being better for a moment. It's about staying better when the moment passes. Focus demands sacrifice. It means saying no when yes feels comfortable. It means closing doors so one door can open wide. Dominance is built in seasons of obsession. It's the time you shut out the world, sharpen your craft, and prepare so deep that pressure becomes a familiar friend. The world respects results, not potential. Relentless focus turns potential into a statement that can't be ignored. Every distraction is a thief. Every wasted hour is a future regret. Focus guards your time like a champion guards the ball. You can't dominate a field you only visit. You dominate what you live in. Immerse, commit, own it. Relentless focus is quiet. It doesn't need to scream. Its results are the volume. When you focus long enough, momentum starts to favor you. Breakthroughs come, resistance weakens. Opportunities find you instead of you chasing them. Dominance isn't about how loud you are. It's about how undeniable you become. Don't just show up, take over. Not with arrogance, but with precision. Your focus is your filter. Everything that doesn't build the mission gets blocked. That's how you rise. Dominate by focusing so hard that mediocrity can't breathe around you. Build mental toughness. Mental toughness is the shield of champions. Without it, the world will break you before you even begin. You can train your body for years, but one shot from doubt can bring it all down if your mind is weak. Mental toughness starts in small battles, when you don't quit during the last rep, when you stay calm while chaos screams. Pain is a language the tough understand. They don't run from it. They translate it into power. The mentally tough don't expect fairness. They expect challenge. They don't pray for easy. They prepare for heavy. When the crowd doubts you, when the critics laugh, when the scoreboard says it's over, that's when toughness whispers, "Watch me." Toughness is not loud, it's steady, it's quiet, firm, and unshakable. The storms aren't optional, but breaking in them is. Mental toughness is not born, it's built. It's hammered in failure, forged in criticism, sharpened in rejection. The mind is the real battlefield. Win there, and the world has no weapon that can stop you. Toughness doesn't mean no fear, it means fear doesn't own you. When your vision is clear, the pain becomes fuel. The noise becomes background music. The mentally tough don't wait for motivation. They rely on discipline, belief, and a refusal to quit. Build it daily, protect it fiercely, because when everything else collapses, toughness keeps you standing. Embrace pressure. Pressure is not your enemy. It's your arena. It's the heat that forges the blade. It's the test that separates the prepared from the pretenders. Pressure is proof that the moment matters. People without pressure are people without purpose. The best don't avoid it. They chase it. They know that diamonds are made where pressure lives. Pressure makes some fold because they didn't train for it. It makes others famous because they lived for it. When the lights come on, your habits answer the call. If your preparation was weak, pressure will expose you. If your preparation was relentless, pressure will introduce you to greatness. Learn to breathe in it. Learn to see it not as a threat, but as an opportunity to show the world who you really are. Pressure is a privilege. It means you're in the game that matters. When the stakes rise, your emotions must lower. Calm is a weapon under pressure. The untrained panic, the prepared perform. Embrace the moment when everything is on the line, because those moments write your legacy. Pressure is the price of significance. Don't pray for less pressure, build for more, because only under pressure can your true level be revealed. And when you learn to live in that heat, you stop surviving moments. You start owning them. Lead by example. Leadership isn't announced, it's felt. When you walk into the room, your preparation should speak louder than any speech ever could. True leaders don't demand effort, they inspire it. You don't have to shout to set the standard, you have to live it. Leadership starts with self-respect. If you cut corners, no one will follow you. If you stay true to the grind, everyone takes notice. A leader is the first one in, last one out. They do the unseen work without asking for applause. When others complain, leaders act. You teach people how to move by how you move. Leadership is responsibility, not comfort. It means carrying weight others refuse to carry. Respect isn't given. It's earned by consistency, by sacrifice, by being the one they can't outwork. A leader sets a culture where excuses don't survive. People follow example, not advice. If you want the room to rise, raise your own level first. Leadership is quiet power that turns teams into dynasties. Lead in the dark, and they will follow you in the light. Finish what you started. Starting is easy. Finishing is rare. The world is full of starters, full of big talkers, loud dreamers, fast beginners, but finishers. That's where greatness lives. Finishing requires endurance. It requires staying locked in when the hype is gone. When fatigue whispers, stop. Finishers whisper louder, not yet. Finishing means your word means something. It means you don't celebrate at halftime. The world remembers closers, not sprinters. When you finish what you start, you build a reputation that money can't buy, reliability. Opportunities find finishers because finishers get things done. Finishing isn't glamorous. It's usually lonely, sweaty, and exhausting. But that final step separates legends from the forgotten. Every unfinished task is a leak in your greatness. Every completed mission is a brick in your legacy. Don't chase quick starts, chase strong finishes, because no one crowns the first to start. They crown the one who refuses to stop. You started with prayer because that's where vision is born. You prepared because that's where warriors are made. And now you stand ready to dominate, not for a moment, but for a lifetime. Dominance isn't luck. It's not a gift handed down. It's a decision backed by sacrifice, focus, and relentless execution. You've prayed when others doubted. You've prepared when others rested. And now you hold the power to step into any arena, any challenge, any battlefield, and leave your mark. The journey doesn't belong to the loudest. It belongs to the most committed. The ones who wake up with fire, who carry discipline like a badge, who see pressure not as a wall, but as a doorway. You've learned to lead without shouting, to finish without slowing, to push when the world says pause. That's how dominance is built, quietly, patiently, until it explodes in the open and no one can deny it. Every prayer you whispered was a seed. Every rep you took when no one was watching watered it. And today, you are the result of those choices. So now the question isn't, will you win? The question is, will you keep showing up until winning has no choice but to follow you? Domination isn't the end, it's the standard you live by. It's the promise you keep to yourself every day, to rise, to fight, to lead, to finish. So pray because vision needs a beginning. Prepare because greatness needs a foundation. And dominate because the world doesn't remember the ones who almost did. It remembers the ones who did it and did it relentlessly. Walk out of here with that mindset. The game has already begun. The whistle has already blown. The stage is waiting.